than anything else. Can I get some more slack?
Probably
I'm a
not.
slacker. Is that possible?
I don't think so, Jafree. I think
Okay.
I pulled him out about as far as they
Well, yeah, okay. I've learned about concessions and what I see. I got my Chacraco here, but it's just a prop. Until I get to the next higher
learn to
level.
live with
It's really nice to be back here in Bisbee. I'll tell you. You know, you have to leave to come back, right? So I came back to Bisbee. Come back to Bisbee, the board game. Yeah, there's something to like. You know, we came back, my family and I. We got back in during that last snowstorm. We had the swirling snow shards on the 31st. That's right, it was the 31st. And we got in late after being totally like strung out on the road. Get into the big old house because we're back in Bisbee. We figure out where the furnace is. Oh, there it is. And we turn it on. Oh. And it's great. It's absolutely great. But, you know, by the morning it was freezing. Do you know why? Because it was the first, and they'd come around and they're like, welcome back to Bisbee. We turned our gas off.
Oh.
We did, so we had a couple of days of space heating fun. And, oh man, but I'm back here. It doesn't matter, you know, wake up in the morning, all hell's breaking loose, but hey, the sun's out, right?
Yeah.
So I've got a chance. I can be myself down here, be at one with El Sol, because that's who I worship, you know, worship the sun. I got back here just in time, it seems like, just in the nick of time, when all this crazy stuff is going on. I mean, it's bad enough getting used to a high altitude, a mile high and everything, the air's so thin. And then John McCain is on some of the news breaks. It's a real shock to my system. This guy's still alive. He's not only still alive, he's still in office on our dime. Oh, it's shocking. I mean, I got a great idea. That reminds me, for a T-shirt. No words, right? Because it's easier to get in trouble that way. No words, but on the front you have a picture of Donald Trump in his furrowed brow, stand, and on the back you have a big mushroom cloud. You can make $100,000 if you could. It's like World War III, baby. You know, it's ridiculous. He's like a Carnival Barker Bob billionaire extraordinaire guy, a snake oil salesman. That's who really is. Like Ronald Rump. I'm going with. I heard this one guy on the news break. He's like, "Well, the way they're running things down there in Washington, I'd vote for Donald Duck if he was running." You know, and I might. You know, I hope he didn't try to vote yesterday. I mean Tuesday, the election day and all. What were you thinking? Getting in that line. That's ridiculous. No, but I'm getting ahead of myself. No, we can't vote for that guy. He's bogus. And then who else is there to consider? Let's see. We've got Hillary Clinton. No way. You realize what would happen, people, if Hillary Clinton becomes president of the United States? Bill is back in town with considerably more time on his hands than before. You know, he's going to be like Instagramming, sexting, texting his liaisons in the Lincoln South Lawn guest bedrooms by the third week of February. We can't let that happen, people. We just can't do it. You know, fool me once, shame on you, right? So we can't do that. So she's out. And then we got a bunch of fundamental wackos over here. They're out. That leaves the Burn. There he is. Bisbee feels the Burn, right? He's this independent New York Jew, lives in Vermont, our kind of guy. So, you know, it might happen. You got to just keep the faith. Because the thing about Bernie that people like is he's a politician, right? But he's actually honest. You actually can believe what he's saying. And so that's revolutionary right there, in and of itself. That's why, you know, Vegas, well, never forget about Vegas. Let's just leave what happens in Vegas. But, you know, I can't express to you how cool it is to be back down here in Bisbee, because where I've been living up in the Northwest, the people have just been freaking out about the drought. They're just freaking out. They're freaking out. They're like, Jafree, the drought. I'm like, yeah, but there's like moss everywhere. I went for a walk the other day, and this like entire driveway is just covered in moss. It's like, totally psychedelic. I ain't even smoked yet. Wow. You know, but it's true. Wherever somebody or a vehicle or somebody hasn't walked for 24 or 36 hours, depending on the moisture levels, moss begins to grow up there. And so they're just freaking out about the drought. I'm like, droughts now, sauerkraut. I mean, you guys don't know the drought. You just don't. Trust me. So to my desert wayfaring eyes, the moss was amazing. It just was. I tried telling that to them. They're like, oh, the sun. That's right. The sun. You can't live without it.
No, you can't.
Anyway, moving on. The political season, because just like the political season, it just goes on and on and on. The super greedy fund pack lobby money that is destroying the process. It's rigged. The system's rigged.
No, don't say that.
No.
Well, I've heard
Papa
before,
just went hot.
but not on any of the mainstream news outlets. But it's just amazing to me how I can't really express to you the disdain for the political process. I think our only hope is that enough young people will actually vote for the right candidate, Sanders, because everybody else is just like greedy, what heads, F heads. There, I'm censoring myself. Forget of the young ones. Oh yeah, but it's really weird. Life is getting really weird. Like there's this guy recently who says to me, he says, Jafree, you shouldn't drink soy milk. I noticed you're drinking a lot of soy milk. And I'm like, yeah. What about it? He's like, oh, it's got estrogen in it. Did you know that? So, what's that going to do? Make me more female-ish? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, so what's wrong with that? Get with the times, man. Yeah, all that stuff's like rubbish. Look, in a world where Caitlyn Jenner has her own TV show, I don't think this guy needs to be worried about my soy level intake. But hey, everybody's got to focus on something. Everyone does have their own agenda. I guess that's all I have for you this evening. Thank you very much. Good to be back.